Oh, hello. Can I help you? Roxy. Roxy. What are you doing? Huh? Mama's trying to take pictures. You're not helping. You're not being all that helpful, really. Not really. Oh my goodness. Gonna have blue stuff all over the place. Hey there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Hope you liked that little intro by Miss Roxy Sue Bear. She was very helpful today. So for this video, I am going to share with you 5 cards using the April 2019 Says Stamp card kit with 0 stamping. So this is going to be my 0 stamping series for the month of April. If you're unfamiliar, I do try to show you guys how to make cards where you don't have to do any stamping once or twice a month. So here I am using some of the journaling cards from the Simple Stories paper that came in the kit, and I am using the scalloped square and the scalloped square, the 2 largest ones from My Favorite Things, and then I'm using the largest stitched oval to cut out these papers. And then I'm using, like I said, that largest to cut out that gingham paper. And then I used the next to largest scalloped rectangle from Lawn Fawn to cut out that piece of Designer Series paper. So here I've cut down one of the pieces of the cardstock to 4 1/4 by 11, and I've squared it at 5 1/2. I went ahead and brought in some of my very vanilla cardstock from Stampin' Up, cutting those down to 4 by 5 1/4 so they can go on the inside of my card base. You may notice that I am uploading a little bit later today. I am moving my upload schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. My Action Wobbles posts go live at 2 p.m. On my days, and I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and move all of my uploads to 2 p.m. That way I don't have to keep track. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little sticker to the inside of this card base, since I'm not stamping and none of the other stickers really fit what was going on with the card. So I'm adhering this yellow piece. Like I said, I cut it out with the largest, or the second to largest rectangle from the scallop rectangles from Lawn Fawn. And then I went ahead and adhered those together using dimensional adhesive. And then I'm adding some Wink of Stella. So that was card number 1. You can see there that I added some of the Nouveau drops that came with the card kit, but you'll see me do that later because I did that at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and use this thank you. And initially I wanted to use that black background paper, but I don't like mixing black and brown. I know a lot of people will, but I don't like it. So I've decided not to. So I've cut down these 2 pieces of paper to 1 by 5 3/8. And then the background is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then again, I cut down that piece of vanilla cardstock that came in the kit to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All of my cards today are portrait style cards, except for the next card that you're going to see. I'm adding this sentiment with dimensional adhesive, and then I'm going to add some washi tape, and that's going to be the, not washi tape, Misty, Wink of Stella. Sorry guys, you'll have to bear with me. Oh, sorry. And that's why, because I am so tired. I've been up since about 4. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add another sticker to the inside, and I added that Simply Blessed to the front. If you guys are interested in any of these cards, they will be for sale for $3 a piece. Just let me know. Also a reminder, don't forget to check out my D-Stash. Things are going fast. I listed stuff on Facebook and I don't have a whole lot left. So if you're interested, that will be linked down below. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this Happy Bloomin' Birthday and the Thinking of You window underneath it with my scissors. And then I'm going to washi tape them together because I was being lazy and I was trying to do this in a hurry. And I was like, I'm just going to cut them out at the same time. Luckily, my Gemini allows me to do that. And I am using a rectangle stitch rectangle die from Pink and Maine. Thank you, Pink and Maine. They are one of the only companies besides Stampin' Up that doesn't have their dies attached with that little metal piece. As someone who's disabled and has a hard time using their hands, those little pieces are absolutely aggravating. I have to use wire snips to cut them, and then you can't get all the little pieces off, and there's somebody that you can kind of snap them a little bit easier, but it's like, please just don't do it. So I went ahead and cut those two out. Is it a cup? Yeah, it's the cup with the scalloped oval from My Favorite Things. And then I'm cutting a piece of that blue with the bigger scalloped. And then again, I'm using the stitched rectangle for the happy birthday and the thinking of you. And then I'm also using it for this piece, which is a gingham. And then the piece that you're going to see on the very last card. So I'm going to go ahead and add all this to a piece of gray granite, and you're going to see me do something that I haven't done in ages. I'm going to bring in some Weatherwood Distress Oxide ink, and I am going to ink around the edges of my cardstock. This paper pad is very vintage, and I really wanted to bring in that vintage feel. Unfortunately, the pink and the blue cardstock that they sent doesn't really go with the paper pack. It's a little too bright. So I brought in that Weatherwood to kind of tone it down. And then I'm adhering this scrap piece of paper down, and then I'm going to adhere my two ovals together using Big Bertha that I got from Amazon. And then I'm going to add the rain boot to the inside, some Wink Stella, and call this one done. Quick and simple. Well, it wasn't. Oh, am I going to add? No, this is where I decided I didn't want to add, but then I decided that I wanted to add them to the first card. So you see me doing that here. I was like, wait a minute. So this little bottle came with the kit. You're going to want to make sure that you start these off your paper every time, or they will burp and get everywhere. So for card number 4, here I'm using that Happy Bloomin' Birthday, but I couldn't decide how I wanted to use it. So I went ahead and cut this gingham down to 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then the rest of my layers are just going to go a quarter up. So this Fairy Vanilla is 3 3/4 by 5. Then the pink from the card kit is going to be 4 by 5 1/4, and then I brought in a piece of basic black for my card layer that measures 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5.5. I just kept playing with the layout and which background paper I wanted to use. I wanted to leave this in so you guys could see my design process. So really enjoy this kit. I can't wait to make more. I can't promise you how many cards I'm going to get. I'm not going to say I'm going to do 10 cards, 1 kit. But the next video you guys see on Wednesday will be me sharing some more cards. I haven't even broke out the stamp set yet. And one of those reasons why is because I realized I don't have any colored ink. I sold all my colored ink, my Stampin' Up! Ink, because I wanted to switch to little mini ink pads. And here I got a little bit of something on the inside of this card layer, so I'm just going to go ahead and add some little of the heart stickers. So I'm going to see about investing in some mini ink cubes. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Gina K, Lawn Fawn, I mean, they're all basically about the same price. So let me know what you guys use and what's your favorite. Do they fit in the Tim Holtz ink organizer? So yeah, but this is it. Again, inked up the edges with weathered wood. Who am I? Who am I? I think I was taken alien abducted over the weekend or something. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I really wanted to, I tried like brush corduroy and vintage photo, but it was just too brown, and I decided that I wanted it a bit more gray. And there I'd gotten a little bit of the blue drops because of course they were just right there, and I ended up getting them everywhere. So once I've done that, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece of paper down. So I cut it was like 3, and I think I cut it at 2. So one side is 2 and one side is 1. And I decided to use the 2 side. I'm going to adhere the sides together, and then I'm going to adhere the entire thing using, again, that Big Bertha. This is just foam mounting tape Scotch foam mounting tape from Amazon. I think the roll was like 20 bucks. It'll probably last me till the end of my life. If Tape Runner would last me till the end of my life, that would be fantastic. I swear I go through Tape Runner faster than anything. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring in those blue drops and just add 3 little ones, and this card is done. Quick and simple. Yeah, and I really I love all 5 of these cards. I think they're so great. So for this card, I am using that Thinking of You with the wreath. And again, I'm using the last or the other half of that cardstock that I used earlier in the day. And I'd cut down this background panel to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then this piece of wood to be 2 by 5 3/8. But as I was about to adhere it down, I realized that it was crooked. So what I did was I went ahead and adhered the whole thing down, and then I peeled up the wood grain paper. And I probably could have left it, but I didn't have anything to cover it up. So I just went ahead and ripped it up. That scrapbook adhesive, like I told you guys, is no joke. So I went ahead and cut down this green polka dot to 2 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut off a little piece of this wood grain off of this piece of pattern paper. That's why I love this trimmer from Fiskars that has the wire guide. If you can get your hands on one, get it. And in fact, my wire broke the other day, and they actually sent me a new gauge, but putting that on was a pain in the butt. So earlier I cut out where I had put this gingham through the Gemini, but it was crooked. So I went ahead and used the other side and adhered those two together, bringing in some Wink of Stella, and then I'm gonna add some blueberries to this card. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I'll be back with Wednesday with more inspiration, and here is a look at the 5 cards. Really different from my normal style, but I really like them. So thanks you guys so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments which one is your absolute favorite. Don't forget to check out my D-stash. And yeah, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.